Yes, welcome back, people. Boy, who's gonna win the race? Boy, some Man United fans that I've spoken to are not really feeling the whole Sesko thing. Some are. I think it's a good signing for either club. He's young, going forward. He can only get better under a decent coach, which is Eddie Howe. Not saying Amarim ain't, but come on, man. Yes, Manchester United's name holds weight, but they're not the Man Uniteds of old. And it's only so long their name's gonna hold weight for. All depending on what contract you're offering and money and wages. But boy, some will go for that. Some just love Manchester United, some players, because the name does hold weight. And maybe one or two will look at it in a different way career-wise. But anyway, Newcastle United make a record bid, £65 million plus 4.5 million around the add-ons. Newcastle are trying to fix what's already to me a broken transfer window. And on top of that, you got the whole ISAK situation. He's now apparently landed back in Newcastle, supposed to be coming back in training next week, unless something comes up again with Liverpool. Which, yeah, I smiled for a bit when it said Liverpool supposedly weren't going to come back in. I don't think the noise is over. I don't think it ends there, especially with so-called reports. If Newcastle get this over the line, then maybe Newcastle, if Liverpool come correct, then Isaac can make his supposedly dream move to Merseyside. Boy, it's going to be interesting. He's back now. It's going to be interesting how the locals, what kind of attention he gets received towards him. He's been cheeky, and his camp, whether you agree with me or not, so Liverpool. They say they've been doing things gracefully. I don't know. I think both sides have got to blame how certain things have gone on, especially the Isaac camp. But now he's back. And what's crazy, I had all these talks about Newcastle were aware that he went to Real Sociedad, etc., etc. I don't really believe that. Maybe, okay, maybe someone in the club knew, but Eddie Howe just came out and made it clear. He's like, just like me and you, he found out these things through the media, which I think is crazy. The man said it himself. The way we found out about Isaac at Real Sociedad training, because obviously they get a piece of the pie if things go in Isaac's favor to any club. He said it himself. The likes of me and you, if you're watching this, he found out through social media. That is crazy. The disrespect is mental. Isaac's fully tapped out, as if we didn't know that already. But for your coach to not know, the guy that put faith in him, directly wanted him. Yes, Isaac has helped us progress, but it's a team effort, and Eddie Howe's played a big part in Isaac's career so far. And like I said before, you get me, all jokes aside, Liverpool are a big team. They're doing big things. They looking to go places. Some people say Isaac's faults are he doesn't want to play in the Champions League. He wants to win the Champions League, as if that's all guaranteed. But if you look at things as it stands, of course, Liverpool look more than likely to win a title again, to win a Champions League, and so on. But that will remain to be seen. I'm not sure what Liverpool are doing with their transfer right now. Nunes has been linked with Saudi. Diaz is already gone. So that's part of my reason why I can't see Liverpool just letting this go. The noise is not over. It just eased for a bit, but the noise is coming back. He's now back in the UK, back in Newcastle. It's going to be interesting, man. The reception, boy. Is he going to go into hiding? Is he going back to his old house? Where is he going to go? To a high-rising hotel? Fuck me. But anyway, Sesko for me. Some were saying nah, and obviously clips are clips in it, and I've seen him a few times anyway. I think for a tall guy, he looks slow, but he's not as slow as you think. And I think for a big guy, he's good with his feet. He's young, but he's ready. You know what I'm saying? He's not just a guy that's of course he's still got potential because he is young, but it's not like he's just played a few games here or there. Do you get what I'm saying? I think he's ready. I think under Eddie Howe, the right coaching team, he can only get better with the players we already got, and hopefully to add one or two. Don't know if the Wisa thing is dead in the waters. I hope not. I think it'd be a good addition, regardless of age, because it's all about the now. Do you get what I'm saying? And Newcastle have to, we have to stay in around that top four, top five, or whatever the Champions League qualifications rules are. Because boy, you've seen how the summer window's gone, players rejecting us left, right, and centre. I think he was running the ball and all that. That's a big part to play. Eddie Howe didn't. Obviously, he's a good speaker and he wants to protect the club and stuff. But he was saying in one of his press conference that nah, it's not really him or his people that are getting things wrong. It's just the market, he says. Which is I can understand in some senses, but no, something ain't right. I don't believe it's just the market why everything's just gone wrong. There's definitely more to it. He was asked about Liverpool's behaviour in, they say, unsettling ISAK, fueling the fire, which is not all on Liverpool. Like I said, Isak's kind of part to play. But Eddie Howe being Eddie Howe, he refused to get drawn into that. And I kind of wish, right or wrong, I just wish he did have his opinion on the whole thing. But I get that he doesn't want to make things more toxic than it is already, because it's already gone bad. It doesn't need to get any more bad. But at the same time, I liked him just to be, not saying he's being dishonest, but just keep it 100, how he's really feeling, because it's not fair on him. You get what I'm saying? Yes, in some aspects, not fair on Isak, if you're led to believe what's been said and broken promises numerous of times. Yes, other players are doing it. Weiss has done it. Gordon slightly at Everton. Yeah, I've heard it all before. Players do these things. Didn't expect Isak to do that, but players do these things. But to go 0-0, because it was 0-0, you're under our payroll, just gone missing to Real Sociedad. Your coach, at least your coach, not even a private message. Like you're just basically having no contact, zero. But you're gonna have to have a conversation at some point, because now you're back. Are Liverpool gonna make a bid before he's supposed to be back in training? Because that's gonna be a tense one. Maybe not from all players, but just in general, the environment, just the area. Isak coming back into training after all this, going away, disrespecting the manager, the coach. Where your coach is coming out publicly. That's one thing he won't try to hide. He just said it straight through social media. Is how I found out. To me, that is wild. But yeah, I've said before, in some senses, make a man rock for a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's a sort. Part of me feels that way. But really and truly, this needs to be sorted. Who's to say they both won't be here? Who's to say Isak won't sign another contract, and bit like the Gibbs White situation, and just you have to get on with it for a bit. You get what I'm saying? Who's to say we can't have Sesko, Wisa, and Isak? Maybe everyone gets over it and keep it moving. Can't see it happening though. Um, would I want to keep Isak? Of course. He's going to play to the best of his ability, but it's gone bad already. Liverpool's the last team I want him to go to, any Premier League team. You get what I'm saying? But that's the only club in, and I believe they will come back in. I'll be shocked if they didn't come with the right price. Better one than that low balling 110 million, 110 million. If that is real, that is for me, it's crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, it comes in structures, but no, that's low. And yeah, I say pay the 150 and keep it moving. I can't really see 150 to be honest, but you gotta come better than that. Can't after all of this, and that's all you're offering. Nah, that's crazy. And it's not testing the waters because it's gone far along too much already. You already know the valuation. So if you're serious, come back and get all this noise done and dusted, and let's move on. I'm Jordy Dread. Love to hear your thoughts. Peace, like, sub if you're new to this. I'm out.